This meeting to order. Prayer be by Alderman Mosley, and I'll do the pledge. Stand, please.
Bow your heads. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and the many blessings you bestowed upon us. Thank you for this Johnson family, for their son who has served us so diligently in the wars, and thank you for bringing him home safely. Dear Lord, we have some employees that have had some death in the family. Please be with their family and watch over the Quinn family. Be with the Painter family and the loss of their husband and father, and bless this family and be with them, and help us all to be better friends and neighbors to the ones around us. Be with this board as we make decisions, and please, Lord, help us to make the right ones. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Face the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, very good. Need to approve the minutes for January 14th, 2010. Public hearing January 14th, 2010. And a regular meeting at January 20th, 2010, and a special meeting. Need a motion to approve or to deny?
Motion to approve.
A motion to approve. I need a second.
Second.
I was second. All four?
Aye.
Department reports. Fire department.
Here tonight, sir. For the month of January 2010, we had a total of 53 calls consisting of 6 structure fires, 19 fire alarms, 1 grass fire, 3 hazardous materials calls, 17 motor vehicle accidents, 4 medical calls, 9 emergency miscellaneous calls, and 4 non-emergency miscellaneous calls. Total water consumption for January 2010 was 1,000 gallons, and our average response time was 3.1 minutes.
Any questions for your fire chief from this board? Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Police department.
Mayor, Alderman, for the month of January, we had 2,780 calls, 106 crashes, 142 alarm calls. Ambulance calls was at 79, motorist assist at 94, had 36 domestics, 13 burglaries, 41 thefts. Total arrest was 117, 11 of those DUI, 46 driver's license violations, 11 drug-related offenses. We had a total of 845 citations. Deposits for this month was $58,729. From 10 p.m. on Friday until 6 o'clock Monday, the police department handled 225 calls during that, the snow and the ice. Also, I think the fire department answered 10 calls during that time. That's what we had it in dispatch. 84 of those calls were traffic-related incidents where we had to fill out 41 crash reports, but we only had 1 that had injuries, so that was a pretty good number for us there. In Rutherford County this year, they reported that we had 28 deaths or fatalities in Rutherford County. 14 of those were reported in the county, 10 in the city of Murfreesboro, 4 in the city of Smyrna, and 0 here in Laverne. This will make the 2nd year that we've been without a death on the streets, and anytime we can do that, I think that's a good thing. And I think it comes with the hard work of the police department and the officers out there on the street, and also people just paying attention maybe what we're doing. Radios are in place and in the police vehicles. I think Box 100 has theirs in. Ricky's done a fantastic job of getting those in for us, and we're just about ready. Within 30 to 45 days, we should be up and running with our radio service. So he's worked real hard, and I want to thank him for that.
Good job. Thank you, sir. Codes department.
Mayor, Alderman, for the month of January, the Codes Department issued a total of 6 single-family dwelling permits, 4 commercial permits, 2 sign permits, 1 garage and shed permit, 2 other permits. Total number of permits issued for the month was 15. Complaints called in for the month was 2 for tall grass, 6 for junk cars and yards, 25 for trash and yards, and 22 other. Impact fees for the month was $5,304 for road, $1,866 for park, $672 for police. Monthly revenue with impact fees was $13,956. Total number of single-family permits issued year-to-date is 6. Same time period in 2009 was 3. Total number of all permits issued this year-to-date is 15.
Any questions for you, engineer?
I'm asked quite often, if a homeowner gonna do a remodeling job, what does determine if they need a building permit or some kind of permit to do a remodeling job? Is it?
Well, it totally depends on what all it entails that they're going to do. So they would need to call into the codes department and kind of let them know what they're wanting to do, and they'll be able to let them know if they need a permit or not.
Thank you. Park and Rec?
Good evening, Mayor and Aldermen. You can see on our regular report, we did 14 building rentals and 29 classes of our regular programs, jazzercise, clogging, and kickboxing. And the attendance for the seniors is getting crazy. We averaged over 30 people a day, every day in January, every day that we were open. So that's great. This month, we've got our regular meetings, Parks and Rec Advisory, Greenway Advisory, Senior Advisory, and Historical Preservation Advisory Committee meetings all this month. And our annual League Administrators meeting was canceled last weekend. It's been rescheduled for February 13th. And right now, we have sign-ups in full swing, and hockey this Saturday is the last day of sign-ups. So, and hockey is ages 4 to 17. Baseball and softball is every Saturday in the month of February, starting at noon, and that's ages 5 to 18, and that's fast-pitch softball and baseball. Soccer sign-ups is at the Y for ages 3 to 13 through February 20th, and adult softball sign-ups are the entire month of March. And that's just at the Parks and Recreation Building. If you have any questions about any of these programs or sign-ups, contact us at the Parks and Recreation Building. And this is a little late to say this, but anytime that Rutherford County schools are closed, our programs are canceled and the senior center is closed. Just a reminder to everybody. We did get a lot of phone calls with that. And our senior calendar, once again, looks great. Of course, we're having a Valentine's party. And on Friday, the 19th, we're having Wacky Hat Friday. If you want to know what that is, you better come and join us.
Any food?
Absolutely, there's food. Of course there's food.
Just asking.
And just a heads up for next month, just so you can go ahead and get it on your calendar, the Celebrate Laverne History is Saturday, March 13th, and the Easter egg hunt is Saturday, March 27th.
When is the kids going to play hockey, the special kids, when they play hockey?
I don't know that we have that date set. They usually start the week before the regular hockey league starts. I will let you know that. I believe it's in March. I can let you know that next month. But we also are also working on an agreement with Cape for their baseball league to also start playing in Laverne as well.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any questions for your Park Director? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Finance Department? Are you bringing good news?
Not really. Good afternoon, Mayor and Aldermen. Tonight's report represents year-to-date numbers up through the end of December, which is halfway into our fiscal year. For the general fund, expenses have exceeded revenues by $939,000. Sales tax, so far year-to-date, we've collected $1.5 million. Our budget is approximately $1.5 million for this point in time in the year. Compared to last year, we're about $127,000 down in the sales tax revenue. That's local sales tax. State street aid revenues have exceeded expenses by approximately $245,000. Stormwater revenues have exceeded expenses by approximately $477,000. In the water sewer fund, expenses have exceeded revenues by approximately $1 million. On the second page is our balances in our bank accounts. And our third page is a comparison to prior year. General fund is running about $452,000 unfavorable compared to the prior year, which means our expenses are more than the revenues at this time. Water sewer fund is unfavorable about $708,000 as compared to the prior year. That's it. No good news. Sorry.
Okay. We're not calling you up next month.
Sorry.
All right, thank you. Library. Now we'll get some good news.
Well, I'm glad you think so. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Aldermen. The report for January 2010 for the library. We checked out 9,731 items last month, down about 2,000 items from the previous year. 9,848 patrons visited the library with an average per day of 428. We issued 46 new juvenile cards and 187 adult cards last month, slightly down from last year. Ran 42 programs in July with a total attendance of 731 people. Computer users were about the same as the previous year with 3,507 users last month. So, as Robin said, when schools are closed in the county, we cancel our story times. So we think that is why our numbers were down so much. We had several days where schools were closed in January. And for February, we have a lot going on this month. For adults, the Yarn Spinners Bee will be on Thursday, February 11th, and we welcome everybody to bring a craft project to work on. We will host a resume writing workshop on Monday the 22nd at 6, and a couponing class on Tuesday the 23rd at 6. And there's plenty for the kids too. Kevin Kidd is coming to the library to do a Valentine's Day show on Saturday the 13th at 2 o'clock. Milk and cookies will be provided. Mayor, I know you're hungry. This month's family matinee features our favorite prehistoric pals in their third adventure, and that'll be shown on Saturday, February 20th at 2 o'clock. Are there any questions for me?
What kind of cookies?
Not sure yet. Do you have a favorite?
Cookies.
We'll have cookies.
Oh, and I read the soloist. Have you read it?
Yes, halfway through it, yes. And I've actually cheated and I watched the movie before I finished the book. But there's a difference. The movie is nothing like the book.
The book was great.
The book is,
We have 3 copies at the library if anybody else is interested in reading that.
yeah.
I was going to read it.
I can rent you one.
Well, he did. He just they didn't tell me about it.
They can give you the Cliff Notes version.
I watched the movie. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Water treatment plant.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Aldermen. We have our water treatment plant report through December of last year. And see, our water is being, I don't know if population-wise or what, it's a little bit down from the year before. But all our testings are all in their parameters there. Chemical usage is still being optimized as much as we can. Maintenance at the plant for December was $456, down a good bit. Our total maintenance for the February through December period is a little over $94,000. That puts us just $9,382 over the allotment for the contract year. Our cross-connection program is going well. We have total units found or discovered or put in at 551, and our collections on inspections for the month of December was $2,155.
All right, any questions? Thank you, sir.
Right.
Public Work.
Mayor and members of the board, it's been extremely quiet.
Shoot him for lying.
No, it's been a good month. We've stayed busy. I think one of the things you note on here that we only received 6 chipper calls during the month of January, and we had 104 pickups, so we're continuing to make ground on that and keeping things cleaned up. We've got all the Christmas decorations taken down and put away for the year. And of course, we did in January put down about 150 tons of salt. Things, I think, went real well for the equipment we had, fleet maintenance. You know, we were working pretty much round the clock to keep the salt spreaders and the plow truck on the road. We've got some good comments on it, and I think one of the key things that I've seen is there seems to be a lot more teamwork. It's not just the street crew out there doing it. We've had, you know, the sewer crew and the water department pitching in to help, and I think that made a lot of difference in being able to respond to the amount of complaints that we had coming in. I know, Mayor, you were out yesterday late and saw one of the sewer guys running the backhoe cleaning roads, and we had Lloyd out running the plow truck yesterday, so I think everything came together pretty good, and we got through that, and we'll have more salt by the end of the week, and they're expecting a storm coming in Friday night, so we'll be ready.
How did the Christmas tree drop off go? Did you have a lot of response on the Christmas tree drop off?
We probably got 100, 110 trees. They're actually still coming, straggling in, but it went real well.
More salt on the way.
Didn't get any with decorations on them this year.
Thank you, sir. Since we've got a good crowd tonight, I figured it'd be a good time to do a little song and dance I've been working on for a little while. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to sing and dance. This is a special night. We have a special person here that the city wants to honor very much, and we really do appreciate it. The city wishes to welcome Mr. Johnson, that's Jay Johnson, home from his tour from the duty in Iraq. We express our many thanks for his service and his dedication to the residents of our country, state, and city. This is also his second tour. Mr. Johnson, would you come up here, please, sir? I'm doing great. We are glad to have you back. And by my heart and everyone here, we really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Tell you, only time I get a standing ovation when somebody's standing beside me. Thank you all very much. As we've been in the press lately, people kind of wonder what the board's doing, so we have really worked very hard with our attorney, Evan Cope, and we are working on our, what we call HR problems, resource problems. So we've got some specialist firms from the outside coming in. The board will be voting on that tonight. But first, we want to introduce from the representing the Miller and Martin Law Firm, and I hope I say your name right, Kara Shea. Well, thank you for being here tonight. And also tonight we have here from Bone McAllister Norton Law Firm, Mr. James Crumley Jr. Is that right? Thank you so much for being here. Now, what he does, he's going to be the, what we're going to vote on tonight, he's the investigator, and he'll investigate a certain situation that came up. That's what we're probably going to start doing. So more likely, we'll probably be using him and his firm probably more than once. We want to keep a close range and ties on things, and that's the best way of doing it. She'll be with us longer. She's got a lot of work to do. She's going to help us get set in some new policies and help us out and get us heading in the right direction. We got a new HR director. She'll be starting Monday, and she'll be here for a couple of weeks getting ready for the help comes, and then and off we go. So we're heading the right direction. We really got some good people here tonight, and they're really going to help us out a lot. They really know what they're doing. They're very good at their trade, and that's what Evan said. So we trust Evan. We trust Evan. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Now we will go to number 4. A motion to approve agreement between the City of Laverne and Town of Smyrna. This is the tunnel under I-24 to upgrade a gas line connected to Woodland Hill subdivision. Bruce, do we need to defer this once again?
Mayor, on items 4 and 5, I would request the board defer it. I should have something by next month.
Okay. Can I get that in a motion?
Motion to defer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Have a second. All 4?
Aye.
Number 5, motion to approve agreement between Bob Parks, Parks and Development, the Town of Smyrna, the City of Laverne for amending permanent utility easement. This is also need to be deferred, Mr. Cope.
Yes, sir.
Can I get that in a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All 4?
Aye.
Pass. Aye. Number 6 is your consent agenda items. Anything been moved or taken away, Mr. Richardson?
No, sir.
Everything the same?
Yes, sir.
Need a motion to approve or to deny?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion approved. Need a second?
Second.
Have a second. All 4?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes also. Number 7, appoint board members. Construction Board Adjustment Appeals, one term expired on January 31st, 09.
Mayor, this is the term for Felicia Smith. Her term expired on January 31st. I've spoken to her and she is willing to stay on this board. I do not have any other applications at this time.
Okay. Can I get that in a motion?
Motion to appoint Felicia Smith.
I need a second.
Second.
All 4?
Aye.
Aye. And we appreciate everybody that sits on all our boards that we have. We really do. Number 8, first reading ordinance 2010-01 to amend Article 4, Section 4.070, Laverne zoning ordinance to allow yard sale signs in the right-of-ways. Received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on January 26, 2010. Bruce, my understanding exactly what we are doing here. This was not in the zoning ordinance, but it was in the municipal codes.
Correct.
So we need to get this all in the.
Correct. We didn't have any provisions in the zoning ordinance that addressed yard sale signs, but our municipal code allowed them. So to make them both compatible, we need to add this into the zoning ordinance.
Okay. Need a motion to approve or to deny?
Motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second, and I have a question before vote.
Second, and it's open for discussion. Vice Mayor?
Grant, the restrictions on that go from Thursday to Monday morning, or?
Yes, sir. They have to be moved Monday morning, whether they're on the person's property or in the right of way.
Any more questions from this board? All right, I have a second. All 4?
No.
Roll call. Alderman Moses?
No.
Alderman Walden? Vice Mayor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 9, first reading ordinance 2010-02 to amend the City of Laverne zoning ordinance by changing official zoning map for parcel of tax map 14, parcel 32 and 40 located at the intersection of Fergus Road, Sand Hill Road, consisting of approximately 1.41 acres from a R2 zoning district and C3 zoning district to a C3 and R2 zoning district. Received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. I know this sounds confusing, but Grant, you might want to explain what we're doing here, or what they're trying to do. Is just switch land,
Sure.
possibly for the dollar store on the corner of Sand Hill.
Yes, so they're requesting to do a property swap in order to, a zoning swap, I guess I should say, in order to make the lot deeper so that it has has more developable land, and it's about basically an addition of a 1/4 acre to an existing C3 zone, and it adds some R2 to within that swap.
Okay. Got some TV time here, Grant. Is that all you got to say? Is that it?
There's some more.
All right. I need a motion to approve or to deny.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve and need a second.
Second.
I have a second. All four?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Will there be a public hearing, Bruce?
Yes, sir.
Okay, number 10. Ordinance 2010-03. To amend the Laverne zoning ordinance by amending the following sections. To amend Article 2, Section 2.020, to add definition to extraction, mining, and quarries activities. To amend Article 5, Section 5.054.2, to add special exception in the I-2 zoning district for mining, quarries, and activities, and use not otherwise listed in the Laverne zoning ordinance, and amend Article 5, Section 5.054.4 to add a special section in the I-3 zoning district for section manufacturing scrap operations. To amend Article 5 by deleting Section 5.054.6 entitled Special Provision applicable to resource production and extraction, mining, activities, related service for location within a I-3, which would also be a special industrial district. And amend Article 5 by adding a new section, 5.054.3, entitled Special Provision applicable to resource productions, attraction, quarries, mining, related activities for location by special exception within I-2 heavy industrial. Received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on January 26, 2010. Grant, if you ever do that to me again.
But yes, sir, with this ordinance, we're taking care of several issues they're currently in the zoning ordinance, and we feel that'll help with enforcement in the future with these type of developments, and make our land use policy a lot more more legally sound, I feel.
Okay, is that it? Yes, sir. Okay. I need a motion to approve or to deny.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve and need a second. I have a motion to approve. I need a second. All right, last call. I need a second or the motion will fail. Okay, the motion fails. Number 11, Resolution 2010-04 to write off uncollectible property tax account. This is for $6.39. Basically just tidying up the paperwork and this, that, and the other. I need a motion to approve or to deny.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. I need a second.
Second.
Have a second. All four?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Number 12, a motion to acquire easement for Bain Drive water line project.
Mayor, in response to the board's request that I followed up with, the attorney who's made the offer, I sent him an email, and I think I copied y'all on the email that I sent to him asking for an explanation. And he sent a letter back recent, I don't know, is that in the packet?
Yes, sir.
He sent a letter back explaining what his theory was in terms of, I don't know where it is in the packet.
Page 122.
That was his response to me after I asked him to explain to us where he was coming from with his numbers. And then the two offers are in the letters that follow.
Now, Kyle, this is not outlining what we've done with the other offers, correct?
It's kind of in line with one of the other tracks that
Okay.
we had in the same area.
I make a motion to approve, accept the offers.
Have a motion to approve. I need a second.
Second.
Have a second. All four?
Aye.
Number 13, a motion to approve agreement for the human resource service from Kara Shea, representing the Miller Martin Law Firm. We have met them earlier this evening, and we have talked about it at the workshop. I need a motion to approve or to deny.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. I need a second.
Second.
Second. All four?
Aye.
Aye. Pass and welcome aboard. Number 14, this is a motion to approve agreement for human resource investigation service for James A. Crumlin Jr., representing the Bone and McAllister Norton Law Firm. Need a motion to approve or to deny.
So moved.
Have a motion to approve. I need a second.
Second.
All four?
Aye.
Number 15, a motion to approve marketing for LOGIC supplement payment. This is that insurance. My understanding, Bruce, if we pay before March 1st, it's $34,872. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And we wait after March 1st, it's how much?
36,325.
My question to the attorney, Evan,
Sir?
and I've been a crazy week for all of us. The only thing I have, the person that signed this back in '97. Do we have any kind of any hope out of that because that person did not bring it to the board of mayor and aldermen at that time? So actually, he didn't do it right to begin with. So he really didn't have the authority to do what he did. Well, that gives this board some kind of, or you, some kind of legal.
That, Mayor, that certainly raises some questions. I wasn't aware of that until right now.
And I didn't have time to call
Sure,
you.
no, that's fine. I think, well, I'll tell you what, that's potential litigation, and we can discuss that off the record. But that's news, so I'll check into that. That may change.
In that case, would you be fine with deferring this?
Yeah, just for 1 month. I don't want us to lose the savings so that we get it in by March, but I do want the opportunity to look into that, which you just told me.
Okay, and I do apologize.
That's fine.
It's just been,
I understand.
okay. Can I get that in a motion?
Motion to
Let me,
defer.
can I ask one other question?
Go ahead.
Would it not set precedent where we've already actually made a payment to this planning before?
That's kind of where you get into debating on whether or not you've got a basis to go forward on, and I think I'd rather not publicly reveal. If we do have a theory, I mean, obviously we have pluses and minuses in terms of what's happened in the past, and I'll just have to analyze that in light of what the mayor's told me, and then get back with you on it. So, I mean, it may not be anything that we can hang our hat on, but there may be something there.
Yeah.
I'd rather just kind of look into it first and then based on.
Okay. All right, I got a motion. I need a second to defer.
Second.
Have a second. All four?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We'll defer this next month. Down to mayor and alderman comments. Alderman motion.
We'd like to remember Ricky Quinn and his family. Ricky's one of our employees. He lost his sister over the weekend, I believe.
Yep.
Also, we have a family here, Chuck Painter family. Chuck, I believe, lost his battle with cancer, to my understanding.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday. Really well-known family here, children, so we need to remember that family in our prayers. And also, I want to say happy 23 years to my husband, Ronnie.
Well, hey, you gotta get
For putting up with me for 23 years.
Hey, Ronnie, I'm shocked too, buddy.
That's it.
That's it? Alderman Walden?
Don't have anything much, just remind everybody, I think Robin mentioned that next month, it's 13th, we're going to celebrate the history of Laverne at the Civic Auditorium. Is this the fourth year?
Yes.
Fourth year. Working everybody out, we usually have refreshments and a lot of pictures, and every year somebody brings in some artifact new, so hopefully we'll have a good turnout. Hopefully all the snow will be through, pretty weather. That's it.
Is that it? Vice Mayor?
I have no comments. I got a question. I thought I read maybe you're going to have some old tractors at the,
Yeah, I think they was on the, trying to get some people to bring some old tractors to display.
That was your,
yeah,
question.
I just added a comment to Dennis's.
Is that it? Okay, I just got a couple things here. Guy, I want to thank your crew. They done a great job. I know Gary didn't get much sleep because I know I talked to him most of the time. The rest of us called him, talked to him. They done a good job. For what we had to work with, they done good. Everybody knows this, as we plan our budget every year, usually we got salt left over. This year we didn't. And we got caught behind, and we done the best we could. Tony Dover, the mayor of Smyrna, sent some trucks, salt trucks out and some help, and we really appreciate that. Him and Mark O'Neill of Smyrna, and the public works guy, I talked to him, I think it's King, is that correct? Okay, and a couple of them, and they was really great, and they helped us out a lot, and we really appreciate that. Chief, your bunch was outstanding. Dispatchers was great. I was there with them a little bit. They was under pressure. They was getting a lot of calls, and when your power goes out, don't call the police department unless you're on life support or something like that where you really need them. They was getting a lot of calls when the power went out, and they done a great job, and they was taking a lot of calls about the roads that was ice over, and we was working very hard to get that taken care of. They done an outstanding job, every one of them. Box 100 helped out when the lights went out. Called in quickly. They came out quick as always. Sena, great job. I think Judah was here. Thank you very much. But I tell you, that really helps. The police officers was running around everywhere, and Box 100 Rescue Squad, they came out too, and they helped out with the red lights when they was down. The power went out all over the city. It was just an overload. Something I never experienced before being here, but it happened. But we handled that pretty good. Everything went very well. What we had to work with, everything went good. And I think that's about it. Y'all be safe. Hopefully we're getting some more salt. Our blade broke when we was grading, so that caused some more problems. We're getting that taken care of, right, Mr. Patterson? Okay. And yeah, I know, because I just signed a check, I think, for a couple $1,000, whatever it was. So we're getting that taken care of. We did rent a big road grader that we got Terry Miller on driving through the town, getting all the back roads, and that seemed to be getting us caught up. And we got that today and tomorrow.
Probably use it on the streets today and tomorrow. Then we're going to go down and redo the intake road at the
Water treatment plant. Outstanding, yeah. Get our money worth out of that thing. Everybody have a good evening. Be safe going home. God bless. This meeting's adjourned.